Hey everybody. So in this section of using AI to code machine learning apps, I want to utilize an LLM model to help me create and install a sentiment analysis model that we can utilize and run within our Google Colab environment to perform sentiment analysis. So very straightforward. We're going to start off with a very blank Google Colab notebook, and we're going to assume that I know nothing on this topic. And then so we're going to go straight over to Bard, and then we're going to start a brand new chat. And then we are going to essentially just lay out exactly what we would like Bard to create in this instance. So we'd say, I would like the code for a sentiment analysis model that I can easily prompt and run within a Google Colab environment. Right. So this is a very straightforward prompt there. I do think there's a lot to prompt engineering, but I don't think that it's overly complex. I think it's more alchemy than science, and I think that oftentimes the simple prompt will get you most of what you need, and then sometimes there's instances where it is really beneficial to utilize other prompts. So we've got some code here, and then again, I'm gonna assume that I know nothing here, but except for I know I'm gonna need to install a library. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna put install our transformers. Ooh. And then we're gonna run that code that Bart gave us. It's using the Burt case uncase. I don't know if this is going to error on us as far as the model that it gave us. I'm going to assume that I know nothing, so I'm going to run it, but I think it will, but we'll give it a shot. We're just running right now. We should be able to run this without any sort of GPU or anything. Yep. Where's the error? Yep. I mean, torch is not defined. Okay. So that's easy. We don't have an import torch here. Could have torch. Okay, we'll just do CPU. We'll change this to CPU. We should probably train it. Do we want to enter text to be analyzed? Perfect. We'll say Cloud was very happy. This indices must be integers or slices, not tuple. Okay, and then so again, well, I'm going to assume that we know nothing here, like I don't know what a tuple is, and then so we're going to say, hey, Bard, what's going on? We've got an error, it worked, it asked, and then it prompted us, so we're going to say, tell Bard what happened. Calling code. we're going to tell it exactly what happens. We're going to say that first it generated. Then I gave the model a prompt through the following error. So just again giving it like crystal clear exactly what happened here. Saying that we had a function missing, and then it's correcting our code. So we're going to take its corrected version. And we're just going to straight up take that corrected version here. And we're going to plug it in here. Everything looks great as far as resources. That's one of the great things about running the BERT model. I'm really happy that it made that choice. This isn't something that we need to do. That's crazy. Enter text to be analyzed. The cloud is very happy. Indices must be, so we're getting the same error. So then the first thing that we can do here is we're going to go back to BART. And we're going to look at the different versions. Let's look at draft 2. Use a loop. So it's telling us about a loop error, which is true, but let's see. Here's the corrected code. Let's try this. This looks a little bit different. And let's go back here. Take our code. This which should take a few seconds. And oh, I messed up the copy paste there. Sorry, guys. There we go. And we are still getting the exact same error with our code here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our code. And we're going to go to ChatGPT. In this instance, if we go back to bar, we're going to get kind of the similar instance. Bar doesn't know what's going on, basically, is what we're figuring out. Like bar doesn't know in this particular instance on this particular error. And then this isn't utilizing any sort of new libraries or anything like that, so we can go through and run through that checklist. And then so we'll utilize ChatGPT 3.5 and see what it does here. I'm going to say the following code. Producing following error. And perhaps it was confusing it without. It's kind of like wording it before with saying that it was running. So let's just not give it that. We'll just give it the full error and then see what it does. Commands or expects a dictionary-like structure. Yep, Okay, that makes sense. Let's go back here. And this is good, but the what GPT gave us, it doesn't have any way to actually prompt it. So we're gonna go back here, and then we're gonna say prompt. Just say can generate code so that I can prompt the model. I'm gonna leave it at that so that it knows exactly what I want it to do. And it's gonna give us a lot of code. It's gonna have us run a loop, which is cool. So let's see what that does. I didn't look through all of it that fast, obviously. I was very happy. Predicted sentiment label neutral. Perfect. Okay. The cloud was very sad. Exclamation point. Neutral. Was very sad. Neutral. Okay, so we know that the model works, so it's going to be either positive, negative, or neutral. And then neutral, it's going to output neutral if it doesn't know what the sentiment is. So let's say this is an untrained model, so I don't know if we're going to get anything besides neutral out of it. But we do have it working, which is perfect and exactly what we wanted. And then it took a bit of back and forth here, and then so this gives you the general idea. But no, so now we have up and running. If we train this better, we would want to train. There's a few things that we can do to improve this model from here. We can train this model better and actually give it data, and we can utilize a better model. So we're utilizing the BERT model, and then we're running it on CPU, and we're using BERT base uncased. So we're using a very simplistic model that is untrained in this particular use case, and then we're giving it just a very simple string of positive, negative, and neutral, and then not giving it any sort of parameters beyond that, so we could give it more instruction as to what should be positive, negative, and neutral. We not just necessarily fine-tuning it. So there's multiple different avenues and ways that we could go about improving this. We don't just have to stop here and then say, hey, we now have exactly what we were looking for. And then I'm going to type exit to go ahead and quit the loop here. And then boom, now we're good. And then we have our fully completed and our running sentiment analysis model that does obviously need some more work, but we could easily spend as much more time as we want here working back and forth with the different models. I think this was a good video too because you get to see that I utilized the back and forth between Bard and ChatGPT in order to create this. That's a big takeaway here from this video, I think, as well. It's and I was able to recognize kind of intuitively when I knew that Bard was going to give kind of the same answers and the same responses that was going to lead us kind of just in an endless loop. I decided, okay, immediately let's go over to ChatGPT. ChatGPT immediately gives us what we need. I just asked ChatGPT one more question, and then we end up good. Hope you guys like this type of content, and hope you guys have learned from this course. Thank you very much.